Hey guys, so today I'm just doing a random 50 random facts about me tag. That's a long title, people. But anyways, let's get right into it. Some of the facts are funny, some of them are sad. I don't know, you tell me, and hopefully you enjoyed. So let's get started now. I have never been to Pride. I used to sing, I still sing, but professionally, I've been on Canadian Idol, Star Academy here in the French Quebec province of Canada, and I've loved singing, but it just wasn't my true passion. But yeah, I used to sing like back in the day, like for real. I adore anything with zombies, like a scary movie with zombies. I'm gonna watch it, or I probably watched it already. I love anything that has to do with zombies. I adore Sailor Moon, and still to this day, every time I see like Sailor Moon on TV or a blog post on the internet or photos, I love Sailor Moon. And talking about sort of like anime, I used to be a freaking Pokemon fan, like hardcore. Like I used to collect the cards and everything. I would buy the little like miniature Pokemons, I would collect them. I actually made a freaking house made out of like cardboard, and I would like take care of my Pokemons like with beds and things of that nature. So I used to be a big Pokemon fan. I do believe in spirits, mermaids, ghosts, things of that nature. I think there's, and also aliens. I believe there's other alive things apart from us in the universe, so I do believe in those. My favorite diva of all time has to be Janet Jackson, and she's always going to be my favorite diva of all time. I don't care if she shows her other nip or not, or cooch or anything, she's always going to be my favorite diva of all time. I am a control freak. Control freak. I like everything to be planned and things to be put in order at my kind of way. I have an older sister which I love. Her name is Valerie. We are 16 months apart. She's older than me, and I share everything with my sister. Although we are like very, very close, we're very, very different, but I love my sister to death. I'm extremely close to my dad. We have like a small family, but we're very, very close with one another. But my dad is probably like the man, my dad is the man of my life. I love him with a passion. He understands me. He knows when something is wrong, and we're just not afraid to like show love. Like whenever we go somewhere, like let's say to a dinner, when I greet him, well, when he arrives or when I arrive, we hug or we give like each other a kiss on the cheek. We're not afraid of like showing affection in public. I know a lot of people around me are like, "Did you just kiss your dad on the cheek?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Did you just give your dad a hug?" I'm like, "Yeah." That's normal for me, and I talk with my dad about anything and everything, so I do love him to death, and he supports me in whatever I want to do in my life. I have a shaving schedule. I know this sounds really, really silly, but I need to have a shaving schedule because I make YouTube videos. I need to shave before I apply makeup, so I need to make sure like whenever I shave. Music is the beat of my heart. Music has to be probably one of the, apart from makeup, like makeup artistry, music is probably the most important thing in my life. One of the biggest thing in a relationship or friendship is loyalty, and I believe that I'm a very, very loyal person. If we have like a strong bond, I'm going to hold you down forever, forever. Lies and dishonesty. If there's one thing that I can't deal with, and I have a very, very short like temper with, is lies. If you're lying to me, I'm not talking about like white lies, even though those can be like, you know, like some bugs here and there, but lying and being dishonest, I'm going to cut it very, very short with you. Our relationship together is not going to work out. I'm gay. I like men, just men. All types of men, all men, you know, I like men. I'm right-handed, like whenever I write or do stuff, but when I do makeup, I use both hands. So that's, what do you call it that again? I have gas. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I have gas. And probably every day. So just deal with it, okay? If there's something that I'm dreading every morning and at night, is brushing my teeth. Like, don't get me wrong, I do it. I'm a clean person, you know? But I hate doing it. And when I think about it, I'm like, oh, Whenever I go out, I've mentioned many times in my videos, I don't wear makeup out, but if there's one thing that I need to do, and I don't care if it's pouring rain or if it's at 2 o'clock in the morning and nobody's on the street, I need to do my brows. I need to groom my brows. Even though I have full brows, I need to define them. I need to look fierce at any time, okay? I need to do them brows, girl. I have pretty feet. I know that's maybe weird. I like my feet. I think I have like chubby feet. I'm not going to show you my feet because that's just really, really weird when it comes to showing feet online. But yeah, I have pretty feet and I love my feet. I live for interior design. My favorite color combo is yellow and gray. I have a best friend. Her name is Emily. We've been best friends for close to 10 years. And I just love her. She's basically like a sister. She's my other half. We can be silly together. We can cry together. We have a very, very tight bond. I love avocado. I usually, well, I would say like 95% of the time I make lists. And sometimes I may forget my list, but I need to prioritize type of things. I wish I was more spontaneous. I'm a night and a day owl. I guess I just don't go to sleep. Like, I love doing my things at night. Like right now it's the afternoon. It's like 2 p.m. here in Canada. But I can wake up either like super early, like 8, like between 7:30 and 8:30 in the morning. And I'll probably go to bed the next morning at like 3 a.m. So, but I don't sleep very much. Maybe that's why. So maybe I'm a night owl and a day pigeon. I think I'm an animal whisperer. Like, the reason why I'm saying that is because I love all sorts of animals, but usually when I go like to like a friend's house or like in the country, it seems that animals are like attracted to me. And usually whenever I go, like for example, I went to my girlfriend's house and she has a cat. And she always tells me my cat doesn't like anybody except me. And the first thing when I like get into like her place, we like sat on the sofa, her cat comes like purring like on top of me. She's just like going all crazy, and that happens. It happens quite a lot. I dislike spiders. I actually messed up my, how do you call that? Like this on top. Anyways, there's actually like a little scar on the inside and just a tiny hole. You can't really feel it, but basically when I was younger, my dad used to tell me I used to love drawing and jumping on beds. So I guess one day I just wanted to do both at the same time. I was jumping on a bed with a crayon. Yay, I'm jumping on a bed. My dad, and I kind of remember, I guess I was like 6 or 7. My dad told me, I think it was like the 3rd time, stop jumping on a bed with the crayon in your hand. Basically, I jumped, I kind of fell, and the crayon was stuck in my mouth, and it went into my, how do you call that again? In French is palais. Anyways, that's what happened. So don't jump with crayons on the bed. Just don't jump on beds, okay? Just don't. I think I'm a good dancer. Well, I guess I always think I am something. But people tell me I'm a good dancer. Like, I'm I'm a big guy, but I love to dance with a passion. I do want kids. I think I'm only gonna have one though. I'm not too sure, but I do want kids. That's for sure. Instagram is my religion. I'm on there way too many times a day. Believe it or not, but I am somewhat of a shy person. Especially when I first meet people. Like, usually I'll meet someone and, you know, I don't have really like a problem like greeting them. But then I'm just gonna like retract myself and just kind of like watch around what's going on. Watch the people I just met. Kind of like analyze them a little bit. And whenever I feel the time it's, okay, JF, you need to like talk or do something funny, I will. But usually when I meet people, like maybe like the early couple of hours we've just met, I'm gonna be very quiet. Just a warning. I need time alone at least once a day. I know that's a lot, but I need my time alone at least once a day. If there's one word that I really dislike, is armpit. I'm a very punctual person. Usually I'm always super early at whenever I go. It could be like a haircut or to the dentist or meeting with friends. I'm very punctual. I'm always early. Sometimes at work I'm like, I'm gonna be late. And late to me is being like 5 minutes ahead of time at work. So that's late for me. I need to be at least 20 to 30 minutes early whenever I go somewhere. It just kind of makes me feel better. I love coffee. I love everything coffee. I love coffee, cappuccino. I love things that taste like coffee. I love things that smell like coffee. I just love caffeine. I'm very touchy-feely. I love watching golf, believe it or not. Don't ask me who's like putting or who's opening the championship. I don't know. I just love watching golf. Another very manly thing that I love to do, aside from having gas, is probably drinking beer. I just love beer. As you might know, I love music, but I love indie music. I love the smell of lemons. I'm a flirter. Yes, I'm a flirter. I've been told that many times. I've been told that because I flirt with straight guys. I've been told that because I flirt with ladies. I've been told that because I flirt with dads, supposedly. I flirt with my friends' dads. I guess I'm a flirter. I believe that everyone has an homosexual scale, like a gay scale. Everybody is gay from 1 to 10. 1 being like, it's probably never gonna happen, to like 10 being like all the way gay. That's how I personally feel about gayness. Gayness. Sounds like gay and anus at the same time. Gayness. Most of my life I've been on the diet, to be honest. It sounds really shitty and silly, but I've always been overweight, even when I was like younger. And my mom used to put me and my sister onto diets. Like I remember in kindergartens, and we weren't that big like in kindergartens. Everybody's big in kindergarten, right? Like, I mean, you're a kid. But anyways, I remember being like on a diet when I was like in middle school, and I was having like a can of tuna and like with 4 crackers, and everybody was having like cheese strings and like spaghetti and pizza. I mean, my sister was like, oh, do you want to exchange my can of tuna for your pizza? I adore driving around, like for no reason. Like sometimes when I don't have anything to do, I just go for a ride, have coffee, iced coffee. Usually it's alone. Have a nice long drive, like an hour and a half, sometimes even 2 hours, listen to good music and just drive around. It makes my heart really happy. I'm an overly positive person. I always, whenever somebody's like telling me a story that happened to them that's very negative, I'm always going to be like, oh yeah, I feel your pain, but it could have been worse, you know, like you need to like put yourself together, be positive and think for the best. And usually they reply with something like, really? Could you just like agree and be like, tell me that life is not good right now? And I just can't. I've always told myself, and I tell that to a lot of people, okay, if you're sad and if you're mad or you need to cry, do it. Give yourself 24 hours and then the next day is going to be better. You wake up, force yourself to be happy. I'm having a hard time talking. But yeah, I'm overly positive about life in general, and it gets on people's nerves. And the last random fact about me is I used to have extremely thick hair and with like a big curl in it. I don't know if I showed you my sister. I'm gonna insert a photo. My hair didn't used to curl like that, but it was like big chunky curls. But my hair always has been extremely thick until I burned my scalp twice with a relaxer. And I'm talking about like Dark and Lovely relaxer for coarse hair. So for some reason, probably like between 12 and 14, I decided to use a relaxer and I didn't know what it was. So I just went into my local shopping center and I just, grabbed a relaxer. And for some reason I thought that it was basically a shampoo. And I was just like doing that, like just massage it around on my head and on my scalp. And it turned out that I burned actually like some follicles in my head. And I did that twice actually. Anyways, I remember like having like blood in the little like follicles, if that makes any sense. Anyways, maybe it's why I have less hair now, like just on top. Not too sure. I don't know if it's because everybody in my family has very, very thick hair. I don't know if I've burned my scalp or something. That's why maybe, or maybe it's just life. I'm losing my hair. I don't know. It's part of life. I like my hair shaved. But yeah, I burned my scalp with relaxing products because I didn't like my curly hair, thick hair. And I probably paid the price for it. So that was my 50th random fact. Hopefully you learned and laughed to some of them with me. And that's basically it. I need to cut it short because that's already a long ass video. Talk to you later. Bye. Also, FYI, I just mentioned 50 random facts, but I'm going to do another 50 random facts tag, but in French. So if you know anything about French, you might enjoy that tag as well. So keep it locked. It's coming next week.